Again, I'm still here on the project, building capacity around my mouth, but I got something to back it up. What do you think? Let's discuss it. This is Samson to LIBERIA Public Radio. But I want to bring your attention to a show that I'm going to be having tonight. It's going to be very interesting. I'm encouraging all of you, those of you that are listening to this video, to tune in tonight, because perhaps this might be some of the reason why we have all of the mess that is going on in our own country. Because you have to listen to these things. These things, the trouble we've been having in Liberia didn't start overnight. These are things that's been happening from time to time. There are those who came before us, past generation, failed to recognize these things, and will continue to repeat them. And because we ourselves have not yet able to recognize and see if these things can be rectified, so that this country, beautiful country of ours, can be built just by our hands as Liberian. It doesn't matter who you are at this point. Concord country, it doesn't even exist anymore. We're all one another. We're all one country, one people. But if we do not understand why these things are happening to us, we're most likely not going to be able to find solution. So I ask you tonight to join me.
Yet, how does one begin to help people who swim on their own flooded streets to voting booths to vote incompetent criminals back into office?
Yes, that is a big question we all have to answer. How do you help people who will go to the voting booth swimming in their own flooded streets just to vote people in offices who are incompetent? And those incompetent people that are being voted in offices will also appoint people who are also incompetent. So this is like a big deal. How do we help our brothers and sisters to make sure that their voting rights are utilized effectively? They have the voting cards. They must be told how important their voting cards are to all of us. And so I'm saying those of us that have this platform, this is not time for hate. You don't come into this because you hate. You must do all you can to educate the voters themselves, how important their voting cards are. Because if their vote our leaders being able to do what is right for our people. Join me this evening as I try to explore this particular question and many more that will be coming. Join me this evening at 8 Eastern Time, 5 Pacific, where we will take on this question and be able to see how much we can go. With your help, we, the Liberian people, will be able to educate our brothers and sisters that have the right to vote whoever they want, but they must do so with responsibility. This is Samson Toll, Liberian Public Radio. Thank you very much.
C'est aussi encore une offre fidèle qui l'Amérique n'a pas loupé. Quand il y a Sylvie, il a quoi qui j'ai loupé presse. L'Amérique n'a pas loupé. T'as mon bien de moi avec en ce moment, on va battre au moins néo. Mon temps dit est à mon moyen. On s'est battu pour moi dit quoi. Avec la locale.
Doing anything that people get to amend it. And with me from 2005 to date, we're all doing anything. I've done something. Trust me. I'll be re-elected. You understand? So you don't need to fight. You don't need to destroy your country. You don't need to even condemn your country. You have to be inspired, peacefully, and then convince the people, persuade people. Politics is about persuasion. And it's about what you have done for your people. I have done so much that I don't need pay for. You know why I don't need pay for? Because Liberians love me and they promoted me when I was on a soccer page. You understand? And they were proud to be Liberian when I was on the soccer page. And I've done my best for my country. I'm a former peace ambassador. It doesn't matter what people say. I'm on record.
Yao, abela lokeyo, bibito jobai, bibito nomba, matisi mokeyo. Manager Gigi, ouais t'es jamais forcé ou si tu connais tu connais. L'animateur Choco Noscan Yassin de Toyebi, l'homme a tout fait pour Mivito, Aniche les vieux.
Henry, I can tell you the problem of this country with respect to prices, with respect to health, with respect to education, and largely tied to roads. There are no roads. You don't see opportunities where they should be when you don't have roads. From up to 173 years, we only have one road. How do you know what is happening in Bapolu when you don't have roads? You don't go there. The prices of goods, commodities on the market are high because to get them to where they are needed. So there's no way you can, when I talk about road, I'm not talking about putting road on the sidewalk in Monrovia, $50,000 road and make it $3 million. We're talking about roads that will open up the country. We're talking about roads that will open up opportunities, roads that will get businesses going, and dependency reduced because people believe their goods and commodities can get to the market. That's what we're talking about.
Liberia Public Radio, I want to thank all of you again tonight. Please share this video as much as you can. We'd love for you to share this video. Share it to many people as you can. Thank you for joining us again tonight, Liberia Public Radio. And the other list, if you're listening, we already sent a link to you so you can join us. Safety, yes. This other God praising tonight is wonderful. God is wonderful. God is wonderful. And those of you who are not Christian, I'm not trying to put Christian religion over yours. I know you also serve higher power, just like I do. But this is what we do here on Liberia Public. I know many of you that watch, not everyone is Christian, and we have to respect that, and we appreciate you guys very much. Safety. Lord Jesus, we want to thank you again this evening. As we're here facing our brothers and sisters, my Lord, your name is just great. If anybody call your name, it's just great. It's great to know that if your name is called, yes. My Lord, we've been praying to you. We've been praying on Liberia and Liberians. And I know every time we pray, you never fail us. You protect us. You guide us. Your hands is just so big. If you cover us, it covers us completely. And I want to thank you. My Lord, will continue to put Liberia and Liberian all over the world in your hands. Because through you, things are possible. And we are watching some of the possibility through you again. My Lord, wonderful things are happening. We want to thank you for the Republic of Liberia, for your protection. We want to thank you for the people of the Republic of Liberia, for your protection. My Lord, the election runoff is on, and because of your protection, people are standing and campaigning. Bless us all, and bless everyone that participating in this process. Bless the leadership of the Republic of Liberia, President Weah and his people. Bless them. Bless the opposition leadership, Ambassador Baka and his people. My Lord, as we come before you again tonight, we're asking that the election is on, and we're asking you to please, my Lord, that you continue to guide the process. We ask that you bless the host country, the United States of America. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Okay, folks, we'll be right back. So let me go back to my usual play here. And please stay with us as we go on to discuss. Again, I'm still here on the project, building capacity around my mouth, but I got something to back it up. What do you think? Let's discuss it.
This all our
This is Samson Toll, Liberian Public Radio. But I want to bring your attention to a show that I'm going to be having tonight. It's going to be very interesting. I'm encouraging all of you, those of you that are listening to this video, to tune in tonight, because perhaps this might be some of the reason why we have all of the mess that is. Well, Mike, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Folks, again, Samson told Liberian Public Radio. I want to thank all of you that are following. When we sit here and pray to God, we are not playing around. Our God is wonderful. Our God is great. The God we serve does not play around. I'm going to say a few things here before I go on. The situation today with CEO of Witherspoon, this is the prayer of many, many Liberians. The young man made a mistake and come and play foul with the law. Fine. But we know that's a mistake. He's going to pay. But before that, every one of us were praying that the law will see reason, that this young man will not be thrown at the book at him. And that's exactly what happened today. So it's not quite over yet. We're hoping and we will continue to pray that even when the other time comes, that they will see more reason to be more lenient. This judge was very lenient, and we appreciate that. We appreciate that. Because when the young man, before he got in trouble, Liberians everywhere were benefiting. Many, many Liberians benefited from whatever he had. He employed people back home. He has radio stations that carry news about Liberia all over the country. He is not a selfish person. Other people have the means, other people have the ability, and yet still they are not involved. He was connected. He was carrying the news. You might not appreciate the way the news was being distributed. You might not appreciate the way he carried about on his platform. But his platform was one of those major new organizations in Liberia and in the diaspora that many Liberians listen to. You cannot deny that. And so when this young man, there were so many people that were jubilating. You're not God. God is in control of everything we do. The man made a mistake, and the law is there. The law is going to punish him. We appreciate that. We say fine. But people were jubilating, calling him evil person. How is he evil? How is he evil? Because he's saying something that you don't agree with. Does that make him an evil person? Does that make him an evil person? No, I don't agree with many of the things he states on his platform. But that, for me, that doesn't make him an evil person. But many people were hoping that this young man was going to go to jail today. You're not God. God is in control. And you will see some more wonderful things. God will do more wonder for this young man. I want to play something. I want to show you another stuff. You know, we all have friends. Friends all over the world. But when you want to know your true friend, wait till you get broke. When you want to know your true friend, wait till you get in trouble. I want to say to these two young brothers here, okay, let me see. I don't know why I'm not. Okay. Just give me a minute. Yeah, it's on. Well, I'll go to the backup. Why is it? Why? What's going on? Okay, I need to sit down and work that out. Just give me a minute. Yeah, our people are just the way we behave sometimes. It's these things. I don't know how you think that's going to benefit you by jubilating someone else's suffering. How is that supposed to benefit you? How is that supposed to benefit you? So what's going on with my... Okay. How is that supposed to benefit you? I really don't know that. I really don't know why people think that when they do these things. Let me show these two gentlemen, these two brothers, the Fatika brothers. I want to say to both of you, thank you. Thank you. You guys continue to demonstrate that not only you care for Liberia, but that you also care for Liberians. If I'm in trouble, I know many friends would not forsake me, but you people, I believe that you will also be there. I thank you for making this young man to be in the center of both of you. You two are representing the good of Liberia, the good of the Liberian people. You two, by standing with this young man tonight, in my opinion, you two represented the good and the best in Liberia. Thank you. Thank you. I want to thank you very much. God is still there, and we will continue to pray. We will continue to pray. So another thing I also want to show you this evening, okay? LPR here, we're not here for confusion. From time to time, we will disagree, politically disagree, but we'll always find reason to know that Liberia is at the top. So knowing forward that this story, his sentencing process, Witherspoon's sentencing process, was very important to many Liberians. And so Mr. Saul, who is the CEO of LPR, Liberian Public Radio, went over there yesterday to cover the story so that all of us will be able to see. Well, the courtroom will not permit camera in the courtroom, but after the section, Mr. Saul came out and gave us some description of what was happening. Let's listen to Mr. Saul here a minute. Let's listen to Mr. Saul.
As you know, about 7,600. It's a big deal. They were able to hear from all of the sides. The judge was very patient. The lead counsel for Mr. Witherspoon, Erica, she was very forceful. For the first time, I saw Mr. Witherspoon today, not the Witherspoon that I know, who usually appear on the Spoon Talk Network. It was quite fascinating. I saw tears coming from his eye. He expressed regret. He brought shame to people that believes in him. Disgrace, disappointment to the country, and a very country USA, knowing what he knows now, putting a point to that, because they gave him a chance to also hear from him. That's exactly what he said.
Okay. Tomorrow, Mr. So will be on, and hopefully he will be able to go give us more information. But my thing here tonight is first to praise God. It's to praise God and to recognize God's power. This young kid could have been thrown in jail for 20 years, but many people on social media, oh, let a man go and put in jail for 20 years, 30 years. That your son, that somebody else's son you're talking about throwing in jail, even if the person wrong foul against the law, you want the person to go to jail 20 years of his life. But good thing your man, many of you are not God. None of us. God. God has control. And God was able to intervene. And God was able to show to the lawyer, the judge, and everybody. And in fact, yes, the interesting thing, according to Mr. So, the lawyer explained to the court that this young man is not a selfish person. Yes, he did wrong. But that this young man was involved into democracy, spreading the word of democracy in Liberia. So the court, the judge, the lawyer used Spoon involvement with the political issue in Liberia, and she explained, which is true. So if somebody is there to say, I want peace, even God said will say yes. And so we're very grateful this evening to God. I'm very grateful this evening to God, because though other people, you think they are your friends, when Spoon, before he got in trouble, time like this, they're all on Spoon. They're on Spoon, running their mouths. And as soon as the trouble hit, they all scatter like some kind of rat get caught in the light. What a disgrace. And the few people step in. The Fadicas step in. Facon, the man who you say he this and that. Yeah, I agree, he's this and that. But he stepped in as a friend. Chinaway, stay with him. And other people came around. You think Spoon would die? Because it's an idea that he, even though he's in charge, but he's doing good for the Liberian people. Why you think? Because he's not saying things that is in your interest? This is unacceptable. He's a brother. He's a son of Liberia. And if he's in trouble, we all should be concerned. People writing today, insulting, cussing. Is that what you think we're going to accept? Far from it. Far from it. And these are kinds of stuff you guys want all to sit down here and say, yes, what the Liberia is. When the trouble started, people ran over there, and I'll call the name Ben Senley and the rest of the group. They wanted to establish what they call closing argument. Their argument would never close. They will continue to argue. Their argument would never close. Why will you leave? I don't know the entire story, but even if the men have done anything that you don't like, why will you leave? Was it the Spoon that committed the crime? Or because of his crime, the Spoon network was being closed? Tell me why you left. Because many of you were the prime participant of Spoon. He respected you. People that are leper, he won't even talk to me. He talked to you guys. You guys on every night. Ben Senley, when he was running to be senator against President Weah, I used to have Ben Senley every time he comes to the United States. I used to have you on LPR almost every other 2-3 weeks. Ben Senley used to be on our LPR because you're a member of the Liberty Party. So I know. He's a very smart and intelligent young man. But my thing is, why will you leave your friend when he's in trouble? I don't know the entire detail. That's fine. That's fine. So I'm not going to castigate anybody on it. But for me, I frown on the fact that the leaving Spoon, the left Spoon, if the crime that was committed, if it was affecting the operational process of Spoon, I can see. But look at Spoon. Other friends step in. And the Fadika brothers, they flew all the way over there to be by his side. And as Mr. So was saying, the young man got on the stage and apologized. And apologized. And he said he has brought shame to his family and to the entire nation of the Republic of Liberia. We really appreciate him. And we will continue, Melanie, I will continue to pray that God will intervene. And here's the thing, the 3.5 years they gave him. Some other people, they're so bad in math, they run it up all the way to 4 years. Okay? But here's the thing. Even if that's the case, don't you think that after, I'm not a legal practitioner, but don't you think that after serving certain time, that he would then be put on probation? Why you guys are so, because of politics? You cannot separate politics. You cannot separate your hate from real politics that is happening. What does this have to do with the political issue in Liberia? Why we all can embrace this young man and say, God will be with you. People are writing from Liberia. In fact, someone wrote on one of the social media and said, Mr. Witherspoon, we are with you. If the law would have even allow Liberian to serve your time, even the we will send forth, if one person will serve 1 month, we will send the 41 people to serve the 1 month. You think you're the only people that know about Witherspoon? Witherspoon have touched lives in Liberia. You're just here talking blah, 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 tabata all day because he's not in support of what you think he's supposed to support. You're here talking he's a criminal, he's this and that. Okay, but he's someone else's son. Why is it that you're not going to think about him as a human being? You sit here and make all kinds of ridiculous statements. And Mr. Saul and LPR went over there and were reporting fair and balanced. And Mr. Saul, once again, as the CEO of LPR, smart man as well, he did a wonderful job, as far as I'm concerned. And I'm very proud of him as well. But I'm just saying, these kinds of stuff, when we Liberian, when we get involved, this is the time you know how wicked we are to one another. And that's why when this war came, it was so deadly. It was so violent because our wickedness toward one another. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Pointing out people because you say, oh, because you and the man may plow out the day. You're right there. You point people out so they can kill him. In terms of trouble, that's when we know how wicked we are against each other. Instead, to speak with one voice to God, to say, my God, this young man has committed a crime according to the law of our host country. Fine. But my Lord, please step in. And those of us who believe that we know our God is powerful, he stepped in. 3.5 years. 3.5 years. That's not much. As long God continue to come to him and make him feel that he still have friends and relatives all over the world, he will be okay. He doesn't need your pity from other places for him to survive. When this man was making when the money was flowing, everybody was going to him, was giving people money. Now, because of trouble, now everybody step aside. What a hypocrite. Let me go on, folks. Samson told Liberian public. This is something this is something that I think we Liberians need to resist. And this is why the insult in our political discussion is very easy. Because we have no feeling for one another. None whatsoever. And because you have no feeling for somebody else, you have no respect for somebody else, you have no feeling for that person and his family, you say anything about that person. And of course, the person is going to respond. What kinds of people are we? Who are we? Who are we? Who are we? As though none of you, nobody is perfect. What makes you think that you, yourself, in your lifetime, you're not going to do something that you're going to regret? And this young man, in a quote to the public, expressed his regret. And this is all you ask. This is all you ask for. The man didn't give an excuse. to say, oh, the lawyer came in, according to Mr. Saul, and said, these people, you know, the war, these people grew up in a war, and their mindset and the trauma, the man was, when Stanton was given the opportunity, according to Mr. Saul, he didn't even touch that. He apologized for his behavior and said that he has brought disgrace on his family and the country. People believe in him, and he let people down. This is the genuineness of this young man that we all know. I know that. I don't agree with many of the things he said on his platform. But I know he's not a wicked man as you're trying to portray him to be. Because he's not in your interest. He's not in your interest. But yeah, like I got news for you. I got news for you. You're not God. You're not. You people are not God. Even if the man go to jail, his family will survive. You're not God. You're not God. So you said I try to act like you're God. You're not God. Many of you, some of you right now, if I know some of you, I know your story. Many of you, so crooked. I know your story. You think we're sitting there, I don't know you? We know you. You people belong to a community. Some belong to the Judea community. Some belong to the Nemadian community. Some belong to, we know all of that. And you're thinking people don't know your story? Please. And because this young man made a mistake, he got caught. Okay. And here's the thing that you need to know. Because he made this mistake, he got caught, God going to use him to redeem him. You know that. That's why you're afraid of him. That's why you're afraid of him. But God is on with him, and God is going to be with his family, and we'll pray that whatever it is, God will take complete control. This is Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio, folks. Let me now go to my usual political activities. In the meantime, because of this, let me put these young people picture up again. The Fatika brothers, you people just made me feel good to be a Liberian because of two of you. But the picture that is out there, putting this young man in the middle between the two twins. You two twins, in my opinion, represent what is good about Liberia. You two twins represent what is good about Liberia. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. I don't know you. You don't even know me. But I want to thank you all. Thank you very much. Thank you. It was because of you that Liberia didn't get into almost $500 million credit. When they started that tab thievery stuff, and you two went in and started investigating and put a nail into their thievery coffin that time, they stopped it. You have done it again. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, folks, Samson told LIBERIA Public Radio. Let me sit down a little bit and put something else up. The other thing we hear, you know, God, when you do this kind of stuff, those of us that know God, we're not worried. Because when we sit down and pray to God, we know our God will answer. So when you come here, the man going to spend 40 years in jail, 500 years in jail. Well, I said, look at these people. Y'all know what God capable of doing? Ain't over here. The power of God ain't over here. That y'all will see this young man's story, and y'all will see how powerful God is. Y'all will see God can do anything. Y'all will see. Ain't over here. We'll continue to pray. While you're coming up with your dirty mind and your ugly behavior, thinking the man should serve for the year, we will continue to pray. God is there. God is there. You're thinking, what did he do much? He got the money. He employed people in Liberia. He got the money. He ain't go and invite and just keep quiet like many people would have done. He got the money. He bought the radio station. so that people will be able to hear the news about Liberia. How many people did he shut up? Government official went on his radio many times. Opposition went on his radio many times and spewed out garbage over and over from opposition and the government. People like Samuel Tua used to be on his station. Now you tell me that he's wicked. Oh, because sometimes he pushed back on the lies. This is ridiculous. You ever see what God powerful, how God is very powerful. This is something you'll come every day. The man will say he's a wicked man. He will spend time. He will spend time. Okay. Okay. You think you're God? You're not God. You're not God. Let me find the other stuff. So the political issue in Liberia, I'm going to be reading President Weah's statement again. I read it the last time. I'm going to read it again tonight, and other stuff. There's another story. Costa said something here the other day that, what I'm looking for, I can't find it right now. But he said something here the other day. And if I can't find it, I'll just, okay. Let me put this up. That's fine. That's fine. So, this is President Weah and Ambassador Bakai. But Costa said something the other day, folks. He said that President Weah will be giving second term, because as far as he's concerned, Liberians are always known to be giving second term to an incumbent. And because of that, President Weah will be giving the second term. Well, I don't know, but we'll see. I'm not God to predict or say what's going to happen. We'll just go ahead and pray. God knows what is happening in our country. If God believes that President Weah is doing something good and want to see that he's maintained, people will respect that and people will vote for him and will respect the decision as well. But let me go on. So, let me now go back. So quite recently, and this one I will sit on. So quite recently, President Weah, on the Executive Mansion website, he gave a speech, and the speech said, President Weah hails Liberians for peaceful polls, announced new progressive policy action. And this, what I want to talk about tonight, is the progressive policy that I want to talk about. So let me take this out. I think I need to stand up to make sure that people are very serious about it. I'm not going to read it like I did with the other day. I'm going to take my time this time. President Weah also used the time to recommit himself to the responsibilities of making Liberia better by tackling the huge challenges that are weighing the nation down. In years and years, this is the first time, and this will be the first time that President Weah have admitted that there are huge challenges facing the Liberia, and those challenges are indeed weighing the nation down. We know that. We've seen it. He's the one, and his people are in denial. And so finally, maybe because of the election, they decide to come and be truthful. During the campaign period, I heard President Weah saying that. During the campaign period, I had the privilege of visiting your towns and villages, listening to your concern and experiences and the challenges you face, despite the many developmental activities we have already undertaken, he stated, adding that he was fully aware that there is much more to be done, which is his responsibility to address. Thank you, President Weah, for recognizing that. This is what Samson told, and many Liberians has been saying. However, you coming this late, we'll see. He pledged to continue to work. He pledged to continue working tirelessly to do so, if granted the privilege of another 6-year mandate. The CDC standard bearer noted, I have heard you. I have heard your voices. My administration has worked tirelessly to improve your life and develop our beloved country. While we acknowledge that there is more work to be done, let us not forget the progress we have made. Where's the progress, President? We are policy here tonight. Where's the progress? You guys went and gave $110 million contract to a young man barely out of college, have no construction experience, have no engineering experience, but yet still because of his connection, and Manawolu called to us that the other day, that he was giving $110 million contract to do a major road construction in Liberia. The Rawafi Highway, which is the gateway to the country. Every stranger, every investor will be on that road. And that road, according to the Minister of Public Works, became a death trap. How are you improving the lives of the Liberian people? He assured Liberians that he understood their desire for more development, and he assured them of his government full preparation to do better and greater things in the second term. Of course, myself, if I want the second term, I would say sweet thing. That's sweet talk. The one that I liquor talk, that's sweet talk. We're not in that sweet thing business. We want reality. We're looking at the progress that you have made within the last 6 years. Where is the outstanding progress that we can count on? Everyone that is connected to you, many people that are connected to you are all rich than they were when they came in. Many of the people that are connected to you continue to tell you lies. They say you're doing good. Look at the traffic situation in Monrovia. In the morning when you go to work, they clear the entire road, and so you don't see it. But try going out by yourself on a Saturday, dressed like nobody will recognize you, and see how long you're going to spend in the traffic of Monrovia. To every Liberian whose vote we may not have gotten, and all other stakeholders in the country, let me also thank you for your contribution to the growth of our democracy and assure you of many unwavering resolve to build a prosperous nation for all, regardless of political, social, or religious affiliation, the Liberian leader said. Fine, I agree with that one. I agree with him on that one, my people. He extended a hand of friendship. This is the first time, another first, since he's been in this position. This is the first time that I know of that he have extended his hand. You see, this is, let me do cyber. Until then, before President Weah became president, he has friends. Many friends will say, oh, well, you know, he's very dominating, and if you don't agree with him, he's very vindictive and stuff like that. But that's not what I see. What I saw when he was still young, Liberia was all he wanted and the best for the country before he became president. And then when he became president, he and people threw that thing out of the window. I'll give you an example. They came in with a pro-poor agenda, which is, for me, it's like a blueprint of what they're supposed to do to improve the lives of the Liberian people. When was the last time you heard them talking about the pro-poor agenda? According to him, his next term will be dedicated to completing Liberia road infrastructure, making sure to fulfill the pledge of ensuring the country capital is connected to every nearby county through fully paved road. And even if they gave you 24 more years, You're not going to do it. We're looking at our crown people. You know what crown people say? They say, you see the man in the bathroom taking bath. Watch how he put grease on himself. When a man put the grease on you, he putting grease on, beating himself all over. Can you imagine when you are taking bath? That is the same thing here. We get you 6 years. Well, not me. The librarian, because I said they will not get you. But the librarian people say something to, we're not going to listen to you. We'll get you 6 years. They gave you the 6 years. What exactly? When it rains, the entire half of the country is cut off under your leadership. So what is the next year going to be? Even the city of Monrovia, where all of you people live, when it rains, the city is underwater. Common thing. Right there, water side. You put a pump, and the pump when it rains, because all the water from old Ministry of Education building over there, finance building, they go all the way around the street to go down there. So when you put pump there, water comes, you pump the water back into Do River. You can't even do that one. You can't do it. All of the drainage system in Monrovia have collapsed completely. People allow people to build on top of drainage, and you expect the water to go where? In the people's houses. Then you say you want to do infrastructure. You haven't done it. He announced that his government will continue to grow the economy. On who? The one I got to interrupt immediately. On who? Samuel 12, the man who told us that he got surplus, come to find out they didn't get fasting. The man who told us that they're going to do a $25 million map out. And up to this time, we don't even know what $60 million that is. They put people name on the map out exercise book that don't even live. No need, no rec, nothing. That the people you come and bring back again to improve the economy for 6 more years. I don't see it. We'll continue to grow the economy in order to provide more jobs, yes, for Liberia. Where the money coming from? The people are there. They're qualified. Young people graduating from college every year. They're qualified to work. But what the money you got to pay there? Including creating jobs in the small and medium enterprises sectors and in key sectors like agriculture and manufacturing. We will expand the capacity of Liberia Electricity Corporation to reach more homes while enhancing industrialization and the creation of jobs, he promised. Of course, promise. Y'all getting the 6 years, you say, y'all know me? I promise y'all, well, y'all show me you can't show me the clip. You will ask for the clip, the video clip that how he's promising. He said, show me the clip. What y'all do now? Having reconstructing the Liberian anti-corruption mission, which now has 7 independent commissions, we will accelerate effort to fight corruption. This time around, you couldn't accelerate before. You knew when you came in during your inaugural speech, you told us that in order to fight corruption, you will make sure that the government resources do not end up in public officials' pocket. That's exactly what is happening. Now you want to fight corruption in your second term. First term, what happened? Corruption wasn't there to fight, or maybe you didn't have the ammunition to fight. Oh, but you say you have all the anti-corruption, but they were there, but they didn't got no teeth. They got no teeth to fight. But the second time now, you want to give them teeth now. Explain it to us. We will accelerate the effort to fight corruption and ensure accountability across government. Accountability across government, not there, not yet. The 6 years before, no accountability across the government. Now the government is ready now. After 6 years, everybody now, their stomach full now. Oh, my stomach full. That now I'm going to look at it. Who are we? You want us to give you another 6 years that now you're ready to fight them because everybody's stomach full. The new LAC, which has already been given unprecedented power, will have exactly what I said, their stomach full, will have my full backing to independently fight waste, fraud, and abuse of public resources because their stomach full. So you get them says here now they're gonna say they want to fight. But if somebody's stomach full, what kind of fight you able to fight? The man's stomach full. You know, see somebody's stomach full and say you want fight? The hungry man can fight. Ambassador Bakar is hungry to fight the corruption. Let me go on. We will similarly continue to empower every integrity institution, including the IAA and the LACC, while making sure that they work together to move the fight against corruption to a new level. They are stomach full. So, what level now? What new level? What level we were on before, President? We are. That now you want to take us to the new level of fight. What level were you fighting before? How many people that have been serving term in jail for corruption? How many your own friend accused by the United States, and all these people, they are not being tried. They're not, two of them elected senator on your watch, and we will give you 6 years so that you will do the same thing so other people will be elected senator on your watch. President, we are come back 2029, we'll be ready. President, we are assured Liberian that he will also double effort to address concern about livelihood, employment condition of civil service, and youth employment. As a start, we will re-examine the beach and waterway program and bring it back on the supervision of the Liberian Maritime Authority. He eliminated. This is intended to abolish the AHAB approach that has affected this critical program, which is a source of income for thousands of young people. The CDC political leader said his government at its inception 5 years ago increased the salary of medical doctors, but did not extend it to all of the public sector workers, including clinical health workers, mainly nurses, midwife, physician assistant, lab technician, the security sector, and teachers, among others, due to budgetary challenge. President, we are. I remember here Samuel were telling us they got surplus. I remember you say you're raising the budget from 600 some more to 70 something. Then you say budget challenges now. You got issue with budget challenges. What language is that now? What language is that? You say you got problem, you got surplus. Out of a sudden now, you got budget challenges. He, however, pledged. Now, you look at the double talk. Look at the double talk. Double talk in terms of policy. I'm speaking strictly from policy issue this evening. Please do not perceive my criticism as being a form of disrespect. I will never disrespect the president of my country. He's my president until the Constitution, which allow us to vote him out. Other than that, he's my president, and I will not be disrespectful to him. Let me make that clear. Everything I'm saying here based on policy and statement now and then. He, however, pledged to effect appropriate cross-cutting increment in order to impact every public sector worker performing critical services, including those in the security, education, health, as well as all other sector, with a view of ensuring improved working conditions so that salary wages commensurate with prevailing economic condition. Here they come. You know what happened? When they came in, the place where President Salim and Ambassador Bakar left the employee civil service, they said they're going to increase it. They brought in more people. I'm not an economy, I don't know something about money business. Engineering, railway engineer, civil engineer, I am the best. I don't see anybody that can take me on that one yet. So, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm talking money. So when they came, Madam Salih and Ambassador Baka left playing certain group, certain amount of people. Say they left 100, civil servant, making good money. Some of them were making $500, $600, $1,000 based on the qualification and the position you're holding. They said, no, that's too much. So they brought, the 100 people, they went and brought 700 and put it over the 100, that 800. They don't have the money to pay the people that they brought in, the new people. So they say that Samuel told them, the 1 6 year, I explain it to you. I explaining policy to you. So after they brought the 700, that 800 people now, they don't have the money for the new 700 people. So they said, no. You, Samson, even though you are doing good in your position, you are doing good, you qualify, but you're making 500. We'll call your 500 to 150. So the other one, okay, the 350 will take that one and share among the new people will bring it in. Go on a serious note, go to many of the ministries. The people sitting down have no job to do, no work. They're getting paid, but they have no work. Serious problem. You go to some of the ministry, you will see people sitting down. You think about what people, they're on payroll, but no work to do. So they come here again. You already got hammered at the court. You know what? When you're the term, I was smart, the most smart finance minister ever, smarter than Amara Corner then. Amara Corner for me, he's way on top here. Very, very intelligent young man. I met with him. I don't agree with many of the things he did, but he's smart. So, but Samuel Tua, he's smarter than all of them. Samuel Tua smarter than all Liberians. So Samuel Tua came in with a policy and he termed it so when you put a song in there is sweet like pure harmonization. So we'll call your money and take that cutting money. But here is what we're going to do. When we call your money, the same amount you pay for your school, your children's school uniform is still there. We're not changing that one. The same money you spend, you get your woman to go to the market, everything remains the same. We're not changing that one. Your rent that you are paying, we're not touching it. It remains the same. The only thing we're taking money from you. Someone, you got a bank, you have gone to the bank to borrow money to build your house and what have you. The people look at it and say, the bank says, okay, I want more. But here's the thing. Before you used to make $500. So you were able to give the bank $50 or $75. Now you're making $150. Where the money coming from now to pay for the school uniform, to pay for shoes for the children, to buy food in the house, to pay your rent, because Liberian people, they don't got no mortgage, none that I know of, to pay your rent, and then they want you to pay. That's what the people still in life for. They want you to pay light bill on top of that. They cut your money. They come here again. They're asking you for 6 more years. And the president telling us, I will read that right now. The people, the 100 people before that Ellen then left, they brought 700, so 800. President, we have said that's 800, not plenty. You're going to bring more people. So the people now, the men who making 500, making 150 now. So when he brings some more people, that man who making 150, you better be expecting to make at least $25. Because how you will pay the people? It makes sense. How you will pay the people? So they will call your money some more. Double harmonization. The hammer that coming over your head like brown people, and you don't think the hammer, the president, we are and his people, the policy, the wrong policy that they're bringing, the hammer they're bringing over your head. When you see it, you will say, yeah. So let me read on. We also intend to accelerate an effort to ensure traditional leaders are all added to the government payroll. The president, we are saying, I'm reading it. That I mean, who say, president, we are saying there's 100 heading left. They said that enough. The first says here, they said that not plenty of people. So they brought the people and they call your pay. So they pay the other people. Now he bringing traditional Leadership. You put them on top of the 800. Now we're going to almost 1,200 now. Where the money coming from? They tell you, but he will tell you later where you're going to get the money from. But you will see how interesting that is. That the people who will get 6, that Samuel 12 telling Joy, we are what a president. Excuse me. I apologize. Strongly. Telling President we are. That's what I meant to say. I apologize. Okay? Samuel 12 telling President we are to employ the traditional leaders to put them on the payroll. Where the money come from? Samuel 12 told us, but of course, the Samuel 12 smart. And he told us that he took 27 million people out of poverty. My people, we will be inside. We will be there. Let me read on. The president also announced the end of voluntary. What is that? Hello? Testing. What's going on with my system? Okay. But in fact, let me put a thing right here, sir. The other one, anybody. Let me deal with y'all right now so y'all will know. Anybody, the cartel here, anybody that put their foot in my show tonight, try to interrupt my show. The cartel from Total. The cartel from, but of course, Alfonso's CEO, LPR CEO said the cartel that from Walmart. You put your phone in my show tonight. Let me see. The cartel here. You see how it's shaking? My hand not shaking. That the cartel is there. You see how the cartel, you see how it's moving my hand that day? Now I myself, do you know that the cartel looking for people who are going to put their foot in the cartel. Calm down. Okay. I'm waiting for you to can't do something on my show here tonight. No anniversary. Let me go on. The president also announced the end of voluntary worker program, both in the healthcare and education sector, declaring that all healthcare workers and teachers currently volunteering will be placed on the payroll beginning January 2024. So the question is, where the money coming from? Every time he asked people, you might ask question, where the money coming from? He continued, since 2020, we have placed thousands of volunteer teachers on the payroll. I told you, when they put the people there, no money to pay them. They start cutting people's salary. But they didn't touch their own war. When was the last time you heard senator and representative salary cut, man, Liberian people? I'm waiting you. When was the last time you heard President we have salary cut? I'm waiting you. I'm waiting. We got all day. Y'all come on. When was the last time you saw senator, representative, and president we have pay cut? Oh, okay. So they place those people. And next year, my government commit to placing the remaining volunteer teachers on the public wage beginning 2024. My government further commit to hiring additional teachers to continue to close the teacher gap. According to him, the government continue its policies of subsidizing public school and will also subsidize the payment of registration and graduation fee for all students. Where the money coming from? We shall also ensure that the WIAC fee payment is made perpetual by pushing through with new legislation and explore our tuition-free policy for grade 1 through 6 in all public schools, in addition to the implementation of our campaign promises of establishing a nationwide cadet program for young graduates. Where the money coming from? As to how the government, They've been power 6 years, but now. You must listen you. As to how the government will pay for these policy changes, he disclosed that government. Y'all give me a few seconds here. Hold on. I don't want people to see my face. My face too ugly to come close to TV. Okay. So he's saying, as to how the government will pay for these policy changes, he's disclosed that government over the last 5 years has increased the domestic revenue by more than 120 million US dollars in the last 5 years. Let's do the math. And I don't want to do the number all by myself. 5 years. Okay. What am I doing? Okay. So every year, according to them, every year, the government is raising $24 million. Out of which the government was able to finance the 2023 election. Of course, it's in your interest, President. We're not stupid. You think that in your interest you're going to finance it? Which cost $53 million. Okay, that's just a little bit over the year income. Okay. Considering that we will not have another election until 6 years from now, okay, that's $53 million. We can use some of this increase to enhance the welfare of public sector workers in health, education as well. Okay. So if all of this is true, in the last 5 years, every year, you people raise $24 million and people cannot get paid on time. These are not things that I'm saying that are not true. The people are not getting paid on time. You're raising $24 million every year. Now, not every year, that election time. You just told us that. So, the $24 million, you are unable to provide county development fund. You still owe them. Every year, you have raised $24 million. But then you go into a donut fund and take money from them. You say you borrow it. And you're telling us you raise $24 million every year, but you go and still borrow money from donor fund. So if you're raising $24 million every year, what happened to what was there before? You want to tell me you spend the $24 million every year that you raise, you spend it before the end of the year? So what happened? Okay? So you're getting all that money, but people are not getting paid. These are the numbers Samuel 12 putting together for President We have to read in public, thinking nobody will look at this thing and question. You just told us, President Samuel 12, in what he presented to President We have. President We have just told us that they have budget challenges. But yet still, he's saying that they have raised $24 million every year within the last 5 years. So if you have budget challenges, even though you're raising $24 million a year, and you have budget challenges, how are you going to pass the budget challenges and be able to put these people on the wage bill? You're getting ready to blow it up again. Speaking directly to the youth, President Weah said the 2023 election are about young people and that his second term will be delivered for the young people to work harder so that they can have the Liberia they dream about. True. Unless we're saying we're already giving you the 6 years. And the next 6 years, we're not going to give it to you. We shouldn't. Because you just told us you have raised within the last 5 years, $120 million. Roads are not being connected. $120 million that you have raised. And you're saying you will pay because you see, this is your thing was stupid. Okay. So the $120 million you're saying, even though you got budget challenges, you told us, even though Samuel to us say you got surplus, no surplus, we know that. But here's the thing here. You're saying that you raised in the last 5 years, $120 million. So every year you raise $24 million. And now you want to use that $24 million for additional employee, additional service servant, additional for salary. So that means those that were there before, they should have enough. That this $24 million does not affect them. If you use it for new people, that means those that were there before, they were up getting paid. But yes, still, we all know they don't get paid on time. If you're raising this kind of money and Liberians are with you, that's good. But you're saying you want more people, you're going to bring more people in and pay them with this $24 million. So why can't you use that $24 million and give these people back their pay cut that you have? Because if you're raising this 24, that should be the surplus. Perhaps that was the surplus Samuel Tua was talking about. We're not stupid. I remain confident in our ability to lead Liberia into a better future. I agree with you. I agree because, President, if you are to have truthful people around you, people who will put Liberia above themselves, with your big heart, you who care for people, I know these things. You don't know me, I don't know you, but I know people that you know. And sometimes they will come on air and talk and tabata, but behind the corner, they tell people how good you are. We know these things. I play football, so I know. They will come on, oh, the president, he vindictive, but behind, you know the time you hear footballer when he's talking real true? After practice, when he got a football boost on his shoulder and he'll start walking, when he start keeping conversation, that the time he will start telling the true story. That the time. So we know, people that we know that know you will say how good you are. But the people you have around you, they have created so much mess for you. You're unable to see. So go, let Ambassador Baka come in, rescue this country. You come back 2029, and perhaps Liberia would take a second look at you. Okay? President, we are acknowledge how Liberia has come a long way with a promising future ahead, appealing to Liberia for a second-term opportunity to build on progress made. Okay, so I will stop here for now because I got to open the line. So, folks, strictly based on policy, strictly based on their own statement, I would say request denied in the interest of the future of Liberia. Request denied, President Weah. Because you have not told us, look, just look at it. It's a government. It's not a private sector. And you got thousands of other Liberians who are just as qualified as people like Samuel Tua. But you keeping Samuel Tua, you kept him there. People been complaining over and over. You kept him there. How many times have you reshuffled? Besides my older brother, wasn't Tape, former teacher, wasn't Tape leaving to go somewhere. How many people that you now move around? Nothing. How many people that got fired? Nothing. President Weah, and you want 6 years to still carry the same people that when it rains like Liberia, nobody can go anywhere because the city of Monterey is full of water. That the same people you want to carry. Unless you can come and tell the Liberian people that your second term, your second 6 years will be all new people. Tell them that. And let's see. Tell them that. Because that's about all you need. You yourself, I don't see problem. You, as president of the Republic of Liberia, you are giving an example. The last time when you went to Israel, there were people that were anxious to see you. But look among the crowd that were anxious to see you. Most of them were older, but they had kids, their kids, to say, here's the man that I've always talked about. Because many of those people that were there to see you, watch you when you play in Italy, watch you when you were playing football, and they were telling them, they told their kids how great you were. And when you show up, those were the people that were there to see you. That's in Israel, not even in Liberia. So your popularity in Liberia, no question. You by yourself, I have no issue. I have no issue. But because you refuse to bring in fresh blood, bring in fresh mind. This is Liberia. This is not CDC. This is Liberia. You have to make sedition to understand that we're going to run the country. We're not running a political party. And therefore, if Samson Toll is qualified, even though he won me out of this position, I've already won the election. If Samson Toll is qualified, I will employ him to do what is good for the country, not for CDC. But they don't want to tell you that. And what did they do? When you guys came to office 2018, they started going around officing. Hey, they play a sedition new position. Y'all got to get sedition. Why is sedition is not qualified? Because you see, the CDC member, you must get job. And that's why the country is like that. Because you guys blew up the well page. The salary were not there to pay people. You got to harmonization. Unacceptable. And now you're coming back for second term. I say your request is denied. Folks, Samson Toll, Liberian Public Radio. Let me go ahead and open. Let me just say this. I'm finished reading. I'm going to sit down now. So I hope you understand. I'm not sitting now as a form of disrespect. I hope you understand. So oh shit. Oops. Excuse me. We're all human beings. Oh shoot. I mean. But anyway, folks. Samson Toll, Liberian Public Radio. So this is so let me okay. All right. So let's go on. I will open the line up. Okay. I will open the line up. So let me first of all open the phone line. Don't call me here until you see the number up there. Okay. Let me connect. Okay. So this one gonna be. Okay. Yeah, fine. All right. Program. Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right. Give me a call. Samson Toll, Liberian Public. Let me put the number up now. Okay. Why is this thing keep falling online? All right. So we'll put a number up. And got a number coming up. All right, 916-533-2048. Give me a call. Give me a call. Another interesting subject matter. That one I will take that on Monday. But let me just, while I'm waiting for a phone call, let me just introduce that very quickly. The young people, I can't, I'm very grateful to God. Okay, let me go ahead. Come on, good evening. How you doing, sir?
Hey, Bato, how you doing?
Not bad, not bad. What's on your mind?
Hey, not much, too much.
Okay,
don't want to waste your time too much. I just want to say quickly.
Let me merge this guy, please. Just hold on. Come on, go ahead, quick. Go ahead, come on, quick.
Yeah, this is.
I'm listening.
Yeah, this is not Camus.
Yeah.
And I listen to you closely. I just want to say that I don't think President Weah is truthful looking at the people around him. So we shouldn't shift the blame on people around President Weah. This man is the head of the government. He brings people in the government. He fires people So whatever that is happening in the government, he bears full responsibility. But he has that power to fire and hire. So he's not truthful to Liberian people. And for that, I also joined to deny his request.
I'm going to disagree with you because I know who you are. He's not. It's not. It has nothing to do with whether he's truthful or not truthful. As far as I'm concerned, it has nothing. I think it's President Weah. He's a caring person, and President Weah does not. It's not within him to fire people. He doesn't like to hurt people. Look how Costa quickly got around him this few times. So he's not the type of person that will go around hurting people. That's what I believe. But go ahead. There's a lot of noise in your area. Let me take this other call. Now, please.
Yeah, let me conclude quickly before you take that call.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I know very well that you know President Weah. But let's be real here. You as a president, like you're saying, the same thing the man brought on from the beginning of his term, he has not changed any significant figure in our particular government, like the finance minister, who everybody crowned his knees on the 4-7. So tell me, is that somebody who is truthful? I don't want to buy that argument tonight. But anyway, thank you. And I'm going to deny his request. I deny it strongly.
Okay,
thank you.
Thank you. All right, Aaron, go ahead. Aaron, Ambrose, I'm sorry. Ambrose, go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Toll, how you doing?
Not bad. Good evening.
Yeah, interesting topic. Well, interesting topic. But I just wonder the harmonization that you're batching, how you feel if one family is they're making 30,000 a month, 15,000 a month, 25,000 a month, and you multiply that by 12 months and 12 years, how that is fair to the Liberian people that make $150, like you said, that make
Here's the thing. I don't mean to interrupt. I agree with you. Those people are making too much money. But those you're paying $150, they can't even get paid on time. So what the money?
Oh my Mr. Cho, I can't believe you go that route. People are making money.
Well, right.
Mr. Cho, no. You gave me a name of somebody that have not received their pay. We gotta be truthful and be general and be appreciative of this government.
You want to tell me every month people get paid in Liberia?
No, people get paid maybe on the 10th day or the 5th day. It's a direct deposit, and some people don't have direct deposit. And Mr. Cho, no.
We're all from Liberia.
No,
all from Liberia. People been calling here. They can't get paid. They haven't gotten paid yet. 2-3 months. What
you lie.
This is what you. I thought what you were going to say. No, hold on. I thought what you were going to say was to say yes, true, but this is not new to Liberia. Even when I was working with the Minister of Education, during travel time, sometimes we don't get paid for 2-3 months. Yeah, that's true. So I thought that's how you were going to go, but for you to come here and say that's not true at all. Okay, that's your okay. Go ahead.
No, Mr. Toll, I can tell you the year and the month that the government was back on pay, but the government is currently with salary. You see, Mr. Toll, you know the problem that's suffering Liberia or suffering the president. He's leaning and he gets a lot of opposition that working his. He's too lenient and he gets a lot of opposition that working in the government that undermining his government currently. And let's just go back to something that you want to say. You're saying, the harmonization. You can look at it any way you want to look at it, but it was a good thing. And people, if you Mr. Toll become the superintendent of Grand Jide County, tell me if you will not hire people from Total. Or when you become an engineer,
if the money cannot support that kinds of employment, no.
So are you telling us now, Mr. Toll will become superintendent of Grand Jide, and he's going to use Cal Valley administrators in his office. That's what he's saying.
No, listen, Ambrose. Policy, I'm
Yeah.
not a government policy person, I'm an engineer. But here's the thing here.
Okay.
They have what they call
Okay.
attrition. They have people retiring. When people retire, you bring in new people. And those people who retire, they get their retirement money, but the salary they were making before, they need that somebody else come and take it. But I can't have that retired person sitting there. They have a new person that says, a retired person, you're making father, we're going to call your father so that the new people coming in will get paid. That's what the harmonization was about.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
No, the harmonization, you can look at it from the harmonization, you can look at it from that point of view, if at the point of view you want to sell. But the harmonization was, what we don't let the
Walter Carter, right? You know the
yes.
Wilton Carter, he's the part of the LPR family here. He's on here all the time. You know what he said the other day when I iced him? He said, hold on 1 minute. Let me merge this guy. He said, George, we are one. Okay, can you hear me, Ambrose? He said, George, we are one. People over 800 some more thousand people voted for George President. We are. So I said, well, what happened to Ambassador Baga? He said, I'm not interested. I can't tell you how many people. You see that?
No, I can answer that. I can answer that question, Mr. To. The day we realize George Weah is the best person. That election that happened in Liberia with 21 candidates or 20 candidates, George Weah was the only person that got 20% in every county. County that he never won, he got 20% in that vote. You have the number, you can do the math.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the harmonization.
Okay, but you got to
let's go back to the harmonization.
Other people are waiting online here. Go ahead.
That's what Koto told you. Say when people disagree with your point of view or your side of the story, then you run it off the line. That's what you're doing now to me.
I like when you're sedition, when you accuse me of even things that are not true. But that's okay.
I don't know.
You got to hurry up because other people waiting to make a comment. So I'm not going to keep you on because I'm afraid CDC will call me name or you think you're with me. So say what you want to say.
I will never be disrespectful to you, but I really want you to answer my question.
I'm not talking about form of disrespect. I know who you are. I'm just putting the fun in there. Go ahead.
So, but I'm going to make one or two comments and I'll get off the line so other people can talk. Okay. So answer this question though, if Mr. Samson told tomorrow becomes, hypothetically speaking, become the superintendent of Grand County.
No. Change it. Change that statement. Change that statement. Say factually. Say factually. Are you there, Ambrose?
Okay, the line is bad. Let me just hang up. I can hear him.
We can hear you. We hear you. You said the line is bad. You're gonna hang up. We can hear you. Okay. Go ahead. 7834 number. Go ahead. Hello. 470 number. That would be Willie Hammer, I think. Hello. Okay.
Oh yeah. Zato, good evening.
No, thank you.
Yeah, Zato, good evening.
Thank you. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you rightly said it. This is Willie from Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah, we're listening to you, Willie.
So I want to thank you for this. I want to thank you for this fair work, presentation.
If you're listening,
for
yourself,
CDC.
Willie, if you're listening to yourself, then you're gonna mess the show up. You have to mute the speaker when you're listening to, because if you're gonna mess the show up.
Oh.
Okay. All right, he's gone. All right. Anyway, I hope you'll call by. But as I was saying, I'm going to be leaving here very. First thing before I leave, I really, really want all of us to put our hands together for Mr. Alfonso Zienso, the CEO of LPR, of doing what he did today with this Witherspoon sentencing broadcasting service. I think that was a wonderful thing. But before I go, Monday program is going to be very interesting. It's going to be part of the political discussion, but I'm not too sure what is happening with Liberia and Liberians in terms of electing political party member or whatever. They are electing people who do not have, who on a normal issue will not have good standing in the society. But these are people that they are electing. And I think Front Page Africa addressed that, and I will discuss it in length on Monday. Because if you're going to elect people to represent your interest, and these people have been accused, whatever accusation is out there against them, and they have not been able to exonerate themselves, and then you go and elect them, you have given them a place to hide. I will go a little bit deeper into it on Monday because I really don't understand it. Maybe Liberians, they have their own way of explaining or trying to say something. But I really don't understand that. I really don't understand it. But anyhow, folks, let me call it short here tonight. I was hoping that Mr. So will be able to join us. So let me make it clear again to many of you that are watching me that my position here tonight is strictly based on policy. I have no ounce of hatred against anybody. Okay? Let me take this car. Good evening, Terry. I sent a link out.
Yeah, good.
But I don't know why.
I wanted to come on, but my daughter went to basketball,
okay.
so
Okay.
I had to take her.
Yeah, that's a good reason. That's a good reason. But go ahead, give me your 1 or 2 cents on this issue.
Yeah, I also want to thank Mr. So today. He did an excellent professional job at the court.
Yeah,
I want to appreciate him for that.
We're not praising too much, though. I don't want you to catch that here.
Before he joined in the real.
Yeah, because before we're praising too much, then they were not giving me a chance to talk on their platform. So we're not praising too much. But go ahead.
But the program was very beautiful today. I enjoyed the way you propounded on that particular the speech that was made. You know, obviously, when you fill up the payroll, there will be no way you will be able to meet up with your payment obligations. And I think that is one of the problems CDC has. And like one caller was saying, why will the people get somebody making $150, the other person making $50? The problem is if a person is qualified, our Ellen Johnson government was a responsible government. If a person is qualified, you can't pay them the same amount of money that somebody who is not that much qualified would be paid. For example, what Ellen did, there were teachers who were BSc holder from the university, and there were teachers that graduated with just certificates. So Ellen was paying.
Terry, hold on 1 minute. Let me put this person. Let me merge this person. Just hold on. All right, Terry, go ahead. Terry, go ahead. Terry, go ahead. So
there were teachers that were making $500 based upon the qualifications. Like Ellen was not paying BSc holder, the same amount master degrees were receiving. So there was a disparity between the payment, and I think that is the best way to do it. You can't say, oh, all the people that teach us, so you pay everybody the same way. But to conclude, the last point you just made, I think that was what really made me to prompt me to call. The aspect of bringing in people who already have been accused or have been sanctioned by the international community for Liberians to be re-electing these people or electing these people into the legislature, I think is going to create a problem. And I think that is the reason why Liberia is also suffering. You know,
why can't we just get some common sense?
You know, the way we make our...
We'll come to you, madam, please. Go ahead,
you know,
Terry,
the way we elect, the way we do our elections is what cripple Liberians. And then we blame the leaders for failing. We've set them up to fail. We give them the opportunity to fail. Because the man come, he give you small little money, buy rest and other things, they want to breach to your plate, then you take him and give him your vote, and he go into the house, and his intention of you voting for him is to protect him. You voting for him thinking that he's going to provide for you, but his intention for him trying to get your vote is to cover him and to protect him. He's going to hide. He's going to use your vote to hide under the power. And that is why most of these sanctioned guys and all these guys are stealing our money, that they lack of ability and all of them. That is the reason why they're going into the House of Parliament, or that is the reason why they're looking for legislative job, because they want to protect themselves so that people cannot persecute them for the crimes that they are committing in the society. But thank you.
Thank you. Okay, madam, go ahead. Go ahead.
Power corrupts. Ultimate power corrupts ultimately.
Let me ask, what's your name and where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Deconti Wea, Newark, New Jersey.
Okay, Deconti Wea. Deconti Wea, you're speaking like somebody. You got a long form of birth certificate?
No. Am I Obama?
Yeah. I think we'll go on that route because
You might not try me. You might not try me. You might not try me.
Oh, she back into Liberia English.
That fire.
That fire. Oh, I tell you. Go ahead, madam. Go ahead.
I married you people 30 years ago. I got 6 children for you. But even this side, the place I was born, the place that they say that I'm from here, my owner people that socio-politician. My great-grandfather was a mayor of a small town outside of Baltimore, Maryland. And my mother's twin sister was a councilwoman for over 22 years. Here in Newark, when I go to City Hall, they think I work there because I know everyone from the mayor down to the janitor. And I was to Liberia 2005, the first election after the war.
Wow.
So I know also Liberian politics. I know the president. I know the chief of staff, Sekou Kalasco. I know Moba Morlu, the CDC chairman. I'm just Camille.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Give us your view now on what we're discussing tonight. Welcome.
But I just coming. You have to fill me in small. I just coming.
Oh, okay. Then this is what I would ask you to do, Deconti. Please come and turn in tomorrow at 5 o'clock. And then
No, I'm on the phone now. Tell me what you're talking about because I can talk circles around anyone.
Yeah, but the issue is
you're talking about political corruption. What do you talk? You want to talk about Henry Costa and how he's a two-faced bastard who called George a Gibraltar pig, and now they're best friends? How about we talk about Silver Witherspoon from Spoon TV and how he had to go to court today?
Yes, but this is what we do on Liberian Public Radio. We watch our language. The word we use.
Let be so. You're not able me. Let be so.
Okay, so. No, we're not gonna come here and call our relatives, brothers, and call them pig and think. No, that's unacceptable. Good, your level. I'm just gonna hold you on that. But anyhow, folks, that's Liberian Public Radio. Deputy called. She said she's from Baltimore area, born here, but she had kids by Liberian, so she's a Liberian. Of course, she is a Liberian, and she seemed to be very versed about Liberia and Liberian politics. I just was not comfortable when you call another Liberian a pig, and that is unacceptable. We will reject that, and this is not place to do anything such. Anyhow, folks, Samson to Liberian Public Radio. Again, we will be back tomorrow with Mr. Soul. He and Mr. Joyce, they threatened to block me because I'm a liberal and I challenge a conservative view. So maybe they have something against that, but we will see. We will see. Again, I want to thank all of you for tuning in this evening. Thanks for your support. Please continue to support Liberian Public Radio. We will do the best to make sure. The best is what Mr. Soul did this afternoon by reporting directly from Florida. He lives in Rhode Island, by the way, and he was in Florida reporting on behalf of LPR and LPR family and on behalf of all the audience that tuned into LPR. I thought Mr. Soul did a wonderful, wonderful job this evening. But I want my praise to Mr. Soul. I'm not going to go too far. Because I start praising him, he will start using that and try to block my liberal view. So, but on a very serious note, I think that Mr. Soul did a wonderful job this evening. So let us all take our hat off for Mr. Soul. It's a beautiful job. With everything else, let's continue to pray for one another. Let's thank God for his blessing, and let us ask God for continued blessing and continue to protect all of us. With that, Samson to Liberian Public Radio, I will say good night to all of you. Thank you.
Easy.